No, we're not siblings, just a disclaimer.
Oh my gosh.
Caleb and Katya, not siblings.
Married at first sight.
We're making a video today about our experience Airbnb-ing our extra bedroom. Was it awkward? How much money did we make? And would we ever do something like that again? If you don't already know us, I'm Caleb.
And I'm Katya.
Katya is with child, and so am I. How far along are you?
21 weeks this week.
Which is?
A little over halfway.
How many months? 4.5?
How many months? I don't know.
4, 8, 12,
It's too
16,
hard.
20. 5 months.
Oh, yeah.
The first house we lived in was a house that her dad had just built.
Mm-hmm.
So our first two houses for the first year and a half of our marriage
Yep.
was brand new. The second house that we lived in was a house that my dad built for us.
We celebrated 2 years in the second house.
Okay, yeah, so the first 2 years of our life.
Mm-hmm. Of our life.
The first 2 years.
From 0 to 2 years old.
We together lived in.
The first 2 years of our marriage, which we are now about 2.5.
Happily married for 2.5 years.
That house, the second house. What about it, Caleb? Your dad built it.
My dad built it for us. If you were on TikTok back then, you might have seen the TikTok that I posted of us starting to build the house. It went viral, 800,000 plus views.
Mm-hmm. Very proud
And
moment.
I was just hooked on adrenaline when I woke up that morning to see how many views it was getting. I was shaking
Oh my
all day.
gosh.
And it was actually during our wedding shower. But anyways, that house, when we moved into that, we were poor. We're still poor, but we were even more poor back then. And we needed to make some extra money. What made us think about Airbnb?
The house that we first lived in, my dad built to be an Airbnb.
And I had heard of people house hacking and buying a duplex instead of a traditional house and renting out the other side, but I guess I just thought that it might be a good idea. So
We decided to try it out.
we decided to try it out, and here's how it went.
Before we get to the finances, the number one question that people always asked me is it weird to have some other random person in your home? All of our spaces are shared because it was a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, so we shared the kitchen, the living room, and the bathroom and shower.
It was 750 square feet.
Yes, with someone who we didn't know until we did know them.
Did you think it was going to be really awkward?
Yeah, I was
What were you
scared
thinking?
to not have privacy or personal space anymore with someone else living in the house. But in reality, they wanted privacy and personal space as well. So it was never really awkward. The people who wanted to be sociable were really cool, chill people that Caleb ended up having long conversations with and, getting to know and getting to talk to about God and everything, and it ended up just being a really cool experience overall. There was never anyone that we were that was awkward or weird.
As far as the privacy goes, you can decide how strict you want it. If you're worried about privacy, you can set it to where you only allow people who have other good reviews from hosts to stay at your place, so that you don't have to really take a risk, and you can have it to where their identification's verified and all that kind of stuff.
And they have to answer the question, why are you coming?
Yeah.
Basically, or why do you need this Airbnb? In most of them, it was for work.
Yeah.
So it was just pretty chill, and they were gone at work most of the days.
Ironically, was a little more awkward, at least for me, when people never talked at all. Looking back, I'm surprised that we even did it, because
Yeah.
you are very keen on having privacy.
It took me a while to agree to the idea, but eventually I was this would actually genuinely benefit us financially. Oh, that's the total. I was
So-
every month.
We started renting the extra bedroom in June of 2021. Our first month, we made $424. We were paying about $650 a month in rent. Immediately we were like, oh dang, that was pretty easy. They weren't really that talkative. It was probably a nurse or something like that, and it was really easy.
Yeah.
July, This is funny, but July we made $1,400.
Wow.
And this is really interesting what happened.
How did we do that?
Because if you booked every single day of the month, it would have added up to like $1,000 or $1,100. We were renting it out at like $31 a night. We made $1,400, which is technically impossible. Someone booked for the whole month almost, or they booked for however long. They canceled it, and then they were like, you guys can keep the money. I'm sure you'll have a good use for it.
A blessing from God.
Go.
He's continued to provide for us.
Say hello to Echo.
Echo was living with us when we rented our spare bedroom.
And all the other nights that we booked, we got that money as well. So
Yeah.
that was a really interesting thing. So August, we made $780. So as you
Completely
can
covered
see,
our rent.
a theme is that we were making a little bit of money after paying for all of our rent, which was really
Which that
crazy.
month, we had 30 days out of 31.
September, $778. October, we made $760.
Nice.
And then we didn't do it in November for whatever reason.
Holidays and stuff, I
Yeah.
assume we weren't available. We stopped in November for the holidays,
Mhm.
and then we got paid $552 as a referral for the second
Okay.
Airbnb that we started.
That's what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we started another Airbnb. We had it under, I guess, my mom's account.
So as a host of our spare bedroom on Airbnb, we got
made an
to
extra amount.
refer her account. And
Yeah.
then when she became a host, boom,
Yeah.
referral fee. Boom,
Yeah.
referral fee. So in total, for 5 months of putting our spare bedroom on Airbnb, 2-bedroom, 1-bath house, we got paid $5,679. a
So
month.
because of what happened in July, we ended up averaging basically fully booked the whole time.
Yeah, which is insane.
Really insane. Unexpected. If you're thinking about starting an Airbnb of your extra bedroom, or even if you have a place that you have as a rental and you want it to be an Airbnb, whatever, the most important thing is probably photography.
Yes. for
The
sure.
second most important thing is, of course, the interior design and the overall feel of the place.
People want to feel clean and safe and cozy.
And then the third most important thing is, if you're not targeting singles or people traveling for work, I would say the third most important thing is how many people your place sleeps. If you have a 2-bedroom, for example, and you sleep 5 people or 6 people because you have a pull-out couch and you have 2 per room, you're gonna get a lot more bookings from families who don't fit in the smaller stays that only have 4 spots or whatever. Would we do it again?
Maybe not with the kid.
Maybe not.
Probably not with the kid, definitely, actually.
But what we would do and are
Stay
going
at home
to
mom
do,
with the baby. Yeah, come Airbnb with me. No.
watch me breastfeed. What we would do,
You can do an experience on Airbnb.
what we would do and are going to do is just have like a extra house on our property built that we can do on Airbnb so that we can pay for the house that we're living in and make some extra money. If you are thinking about starting an Airbnb, we now have 2 Airbnbs and we don't own the property. What we did was we contacted people who were renting their house out, and we saw that we could make a lot more money than what they were renting it for. So we approached them, told them what we wanted to do, and they were okay with it. And so now we're making money and income from renting out the rentals that we got on
Right.
Airbnb.
Yeah.
So
And if you want to hear more about that, then we'll be posting more.
Airbnb's getting more and more popular.
Mhm.
In my opinion, it's massively overlooked as an opportunity. We're gonna post more videos that are just like this. Maybe going into our other Airbnbs. Like, subscribe, click the bell, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye. Love you guys.